Welcome back, toy fans. We are at it with another video from San Diego Comic-Con 2019, and in this one we're going to be talking about the Transformers and He-Man. We're going to cram two in one, two birds with one stone, and all the other ways of saying that shit. And yeah, so not much to talk about, but we're going to talk about it anyway. So let's look at what we got. Tom, take it away, my man.
All right, let's hit them with our knowledge.
Yes.
Transformers. Let's start with the big one. And
Yeah.
when I say the big one, I mean the big one. Obviously, this was flashed up about a week before SDCC, was it?
Yeah.
With the HasLab.
Yeah.
Unicron.
Unicron, man.
And this thing is huge.
It's probably the size of a coffee table, which it is because there's people next to it.
You can tell by the picture. If you look in the background, you can see the size of the people. And to give you some kind of scale of how big that fucking bad boy is.
I mean, that is, what was it, 28 inches tall, I think?
Fucking hell.
And it's around 30 inches in diameter in planet mode. From the, ring to ring.
Yeah.
You know, that is huge.
Monstrous.
Comes with the stand as well.
Yeah. Well, it needs to. I'll be able to hold its own weight.
No, I mean, apparently this thing is heavy.
Yeah.
And it's heavy.
Kickstarter, not a Kickstarter, but it's a backer scheme, right?
Yeah, it's the way the HasLab works. They've done it with, what they said, they've done Jabba's sail barge.
That's it, Jabba's sail.
The Cookie Monster, have you seen that?
No.
Yeah, a massive Cookie Monster. I think it was a life-size Cookie Monster.
Brilliant.
And for their third one, they've hit the Transformers.
Yeah.
And just gone crazy, really.
Yeah.
Whether they actually release, whether it gets enough backers.
Yeah. Although, what was the count when you last checked?
Last time I checked was about a week ago, and it was on 1,400. And they need 8,000, is it?
What?
Oh, I've still got a long way to go then.
Yeah, and they have not set a big time for it either. I think it's only to the 31st of August.
Mm.
But at the minute it's at 1,909.
Close to 2.
With 37 days left.
Yeah. I know.
Obviously, there'll be quite a lot of people that will hold off signing up until the end. If they can see it's getting there, they'd be like, sod it, I'll do it then.
Yeah. But
at the minute, I thought this is the sort of thing where the majority of people that would want it would have already signed up.
Yeah.
And they're over 6,000 off. So if it makes it, I'd be quite surprised.
I'm sure there's plenty that actually want it. There's just their wives have said no.
Well, this is it. Because if we move on to the price, $574.99.
Ow.
Oh, shit.
It is a big chunk of change in it, let's face it. But this is the thing with the HasLab. This is kind of why they're doing it.
Yeah.
And again, it's the same with the Cookie Monster, which has got 343 backers out of 3,000 so far. And that's got 31 days left on it.
Yeah, that ain't happening. No cookies for you.
But I mean, my favourite thing of it all really is that they've all got a limit of 5 per person. It's like, who can afford to drop 5 Unicrons? It's crazy.
Yeah,
but
grand.
I mean, fair play. If it does get made, that will be an impressive piece.
Yeah.
But I can't. The way it is at the minute, I'll be amazed if it gets made. But if it doesn't, someone's going to walk away with that prototype and be very happy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Transformers wise, for the rest of it, they didn't drop that much. They showed quite, a few bits off. To be honest, I'm not the biggest Transformers head.
No,
so
neither am I.
There was a few things there. There's plenty of people that will have shown you on YouTube by now that will be able to go a bit more in depth on it if you want to see more Transformers. But I picked out the two that for me are the cream of the crop, so to speak, which are the classic animation Optimus and Megatron, like the cel shaded and it's from the War on Cybertron line, which I've really been liking these.
Yeah,
I think it's a really good line. They've gone really, not so much in robot form, but in vehicle mode, but robot mode they've gone very G1 inspired with it.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time they've had like the battle damage paint and things on like that because it's a mass produced, cheap item, I don't think it looks that great.
No.
Whereas with this, they've kind of just gone cartoon accurate, and that, I mean, Ultimus obviously he's got the big flap on the big backpack on that's not really cartoon accurate, but if you had that on your shelf, that looks amazing, like something out of a cartoon.
Yeah.
Whether I mean, I'm assuming they'll have to print the lines on as opposed to paint, because I mean it's Hasbro making them. Like, let's face it, the paint isn't going to be that clean if they're painting it. So I would hope they'll use printing for it.
Yeah.
But I mean, they look really cool.
Especially Megatron in robot form. That's perfect G1, and it obviously goes down to a tank. Make sure Mike's still on. Yeah. Which
is weird, but robot mode, that looks fantastic. I mean, look at that gun.
Yeah.
Like, it looks. I mean, I know there's people that will paint your masterpieces to look like this, with the cell shading. But that costs a lot and I mean a lot. Like, you're talking hundreds and hundreds of pounds that people pay to have their Transformers cell shaded. You'll be able to pick these. I mean, these are a Walmart exclusive in the US, but the thing with Walmart exclusive, we tend to get them in a lot of the online retailers over here.
Yeah, in demand.
Yeah, in demand. I know Kapow will get this because they're big on their Transformers.
Yeah, for sure.
Toys R Us maybe. We'll be getting them as well. They're quite good on the imports. So they're, for me, the two to watch out for, Transformers-wise. I just think they're good-looking, solid figures.
Yeah.
And if you want something cartoon-accurate G1, but you don't want to pay the money of a masterpiece, because that's really your only other option.
Yeah.
Like,
I wonder how big these are going to come out.
Sorry, you broke up there.
Oh, sorry. I wonder how big these are going to stand, how tall they are, what scale.
The Voyagers, I think they're about 7 inches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roughly. So they've got a decent bit of size to them. They're not going to overpower a shelf, but you're going to notice them on there.
Yeah.
And like the masterpieces that I've got, you're talking about like 10 inches. So like they're big old lumps. So I think these are a bit more manageable, and in those colours, I'm really tempted to pick those two up. I'd love to see him continue with it.
Yeah,
because a lot of this Siege for Cybertron, even though they've gone for a whole new kind of concept with it, they look really G1. And I think this is their way of doing G1 without doing G1.
Yeah, they're getting a way around it.
So I think more characters like this, cell shaded like this, will look perfect in robot mode. In robot mode, not in vehicle mode.
No, it'd be interesting to see what kind of vehicles the others, if they do, what they'll try and turn into.
I can't. Because the Siege line, they've done quite a lot so far. I know they've done Soundwave, but he doesn't turn into a cassette deck. He turns into like some sort of little ship.
Oh, okay.
Which, again, when you look at him, it looks perfect, like G1 Soundwave, and then he transforms and it's like, that's not G1 Soundwave. But they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
So not the biggest show. And I know a lot of people were hoping for more Studio Series stuff.
Yeah.
Which didn't come. It don't really bother me because most of it's in the Bay verse anyway, and I can't stand the Bay verse. More Bumblebee stuff. That's what I want.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for giving us that in live action.
Yes.
I can't wait for my time in that.
3A are the ones that are knocking that out of the park. Obviously, they've done the Bumblebee, which is superb. They've got Optimus on the way, which looks like someone just picked it out of the film, shrunk it down, and popped it on your shelf.
Yeah, perfect. And looks so G1, but like a real life version of G1. Yeah. Which is what we should have got in the first place.
That's exactly what everyone wanted. When they announced Transformers, we wanted real life versions of G1 designs.
Yeah.
But we didn't get it.
No.
But we're getting it now, hopefully.
We are indeed.
But let's move on from Transformers and get on to a little bit of He-Man, which is coming. Mattel seem to have, there's a bit of discrepancy because obviously Super 7 have been doing He-Man, Masters of the Universe stuff for the last few years. But there's obviously a new film coming out. It's obviously that's been kicking around in development hell for years, but it seems to finally be moving forward now.
That's right.
And I think Mattel have just been like, right, this license is going to be big again. We'll have it back.
Yeah.
Because it was only on loan to Super 7 by the sound of it. They didn't buy the license off them. So I think Mattel, whether they let Super 7 carry on with like the Filmation classics and things like that, and Mattel just stick with this, which is their new line. They're calling it Masters of the Universe Origins. And obviously looking at, like, you can see the He-Man there. That's kind of looks like the old vintage toys that we got.
Yeah.
It's got that sort of vibe to it, but with a bit more modern articulation. So you've got the hips, you've got knees, elbows, shoulders. Like, you know, they'll come out as opposed to just doing the Running Man.
Still, like, proportion-wise, very, very old school style.
Yeah, exactly. So you've got a kind of mix of both worlds.
Like he's on Synthol.
Yeah. I don't think there's an ab joint with them, but there's certainly like a waist swivel, and I don't think it's the old rubber band waist swivel that they used to have either. If you remember on the vintage ones, like the punching action, you know.
Yeah.
But these look a bit more true to form. He-Man looks good. Skeletor looks
to be fair,
quality.
I reckon it's the. I reckon it's not that. I reckon it's the popularity from the money supermarket. I reckon that's what.
I'm buying these and I'm recreating some money supermarket adverts in toy photography.
Oh yeah.
That's the third lot of customs you're doing.
It's got to be done.
Oh, my list is already picking up as it is.
Do it.
But no, I think they've made quite a fun little line here. As it stands, I mean, this isn't coming out till next year, from what I hear. So there's a bit of a wait yet.
Yeah.
But you can see that you've got 4 big characters here.
Yeah.
What I haven't got photos of because they came out a bit later and I haven't had a chance to try and go back and find them. But they've also shown a Beastman.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
And Man at Arms.
Oh.
Yeah, Man at Arms. I mean, clearly these are kind of based on the vintage toys.
Yeah.
And I don't know how up you are on the Masters of the Universe, but if you remember, the vintage toy didn't have a moustache. Cartoon Man at Arms got the big old biker tash on him.
Going back some.
But the vintage toy was just plain. And the new toy from this line has got the moustache. So
good.
He looks Filmation accurate.
Yeah.
Good.
So I think this is a really, really fun line. If you want to collect He-Man, you don't want to pay the price of classics because Super 7 are a lot of money over here.
Yeah.
Especially, you're talking like 50 quid a figure.
Yeah.
And they're basic figures. Like, there's nothing to them. I mean, they're using the same body molds that Mattel did. Like, you're talking 8-10 years old now, probably. So you've got single jointed elbows, single jointed knees. I don't think a lot of them have got ankle pivots. And I don't, like they haven't got much in the abs.
Yeah.
They're pretty basic, and they're 50 odd quid a pop because obviously Super 7 make them to order.
Yeah.
Like, they're not a mass retail thing, so I can see why they would cost that much, and they do pack them in with quite a few accessories. But these are going to be around $15 from what they said.
That's not too bad.
Which I would think by the time they get over here, you're going to be looking at about 15 quid, maybe 20 if they can't get like a mass release and they have to be imported over. But I would think that they'll probably get a fairly decent release on them. I mean, from what they're saying in America, they want these at mass market.
Yeah.
They want these on the pegs in Walmart, Target, all that sort of stuff. So hopefully they'll hit over it. And if they're around about the 15 quid, I'd certainly be tempted to pick up a He-Man and Skeletor, if nothing else.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe a Man at Arms. And I really want an Orko.
And that's it. Then you'll get them all.
Then I'll sell them in 6 months.
Brilliant.
But it's a cool little line. I think if you want to get into Master of the Universe, you don't want to spend Super 7 sort of money on it, or even worse, pay the sort of money you've got to pay on eBay to get the older Mattel Classics ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good way to go. I mean, I think they're 5 inches. I'm sure they said around 5 inches. They might even be 6, but I'm sure it's 5. But it's a cool line. You'll probably get some fairly good photos out of it. Nothing amazing, obviously, because they're clearly toys, but they're fun toys.
Yeah,
and sometimes as much as we like collecting the big, expensive shit, sometimes it's fun to have some fun toys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
These will probably take a beating as well.
I would think so.
Yeah, they don't look like they'll break if they took a shelf dive.
No, I think like they've hit the happy medium between kids and collectors.
Yeah.
So I'm quite excited for this one. Obviously, wait till next year when they release, but fingers crossed it's a good line.
Yeah,
Excellent.
for sure. Hopefully we get some reviews
Cheers,
when they're
Karl.
out. Nicely done. And that will wrap it up for those two, I believe.
Yep, we are done.
We are done. All right, and guys, we'll see you in the next one.